This is our front yard. I know I've shown it to you before. That is actually the cemetery I did not dig up. I have plans. Amber is vacuuming inside. We did not take the Jumpaline apart. And then there is a pile of metal. My neighbor collects scrap metal, so I was like, look, you can go through that. Anything you want, take. If not, we'll handle it when we come back. Then this is all gone. We're gonna come back for these. They're like railroad tie, like pieces of wood. So those, there's some doors we're gonna make into a, what's it called? Greenhouse. And my neighbor, I gave him the key to the lawnmower. He's gonna try to fix it for us while we're gone. So hopefully we'll be coming back, making a trip where we bring those, and some of these glass doors that we have that we want to make a greenhouse out of. And also we'll be getting the Jumpaline. Used to be called Jumpaline until your mom got on it. Now it's called a trampoline. I tell the kids that all the time. That's terrible, but I do. Anyway, so this is what we're doing. My art studio is pretty much empty. There is one container of trash, basically. It's just like art and crafts type of trash, but our dumpster is completely full, so I couldn't throw it away. So I just kind of closed it up. I'll be putting that out next time. There is a shed with a couple of things. Again, metal. I told my neighbor he could take anything that he could sell if he wanted to, and if not, if they could just leave it and we would figure it out. And Amber's shed is empty, so we are pretty much done. Next trip, gonna be a couple of quick things and digging up bones. We should be on the road within the hour, so we should be getting home around 4 to 6 o'clock. Ew, but that's what we're doing. Alrighty, we're on the road. It's 9:20, and for some reason, it's saying it's gonna take us 9 hours, so it's gonna be a long day. I am following Amber, so I don't know, this is always so stressful, like following the truck. It just makes me sick. It's just not gonna be comfortable until we get where we're going, and that's okay. Rental vehicles make me stressed. So it's about 12:15, and we are just like leaving Louisiana. Because the budget rental truck does not have enough air in its tires, and we're just leaving Louisiana because we drove all around rural Louisiana to all of the air pumps, and they were either the wrong size, or they were broken, or they just didn't have them anymore. It was crazy. So finally Amber got on the phone, called the closest Love's truck stop, and they were like, yeah, bring it in, we can help you out. So we are driving slowly and carefully there and going to go get air. And because it is now 12:15 and we've lost a lot of time, we're going to get drinks, fuel up, eat everything at this truck stop so that we can just get on the road and then hopefully drive for quite a while without stopping. We just stopped at another, we're on the radio together. We just stopped at another rest stop and we're pulling back out again. It is 1:30, my stomach is a mess. I don't feel good. I don't know how we're doing this, but we have 6 hours and 5 minutes left. This has by far been the hardest trip, driving wise. It is 3:26. Our arrival time is estimated about 8 o'clock. I am having a very hard time. I'm not feeling well. I'm not weathering this trip well at all. And so it's causing us to continually stop, and continually stopping is causing us to get further behind, and that's causing my mental to like get lower and lower, and then it's harder to push the physical. It's just, this trip is the hardest I have ever made driving. So there's that. In case you doubted when I said This was the worst trip I've ever made, like the hardest. I just took a nap on the grass getting bit by ants at the rest stop, at like our 4th stop now. I'm about to make some water and try to like adjust my car, and I'm just praying to God that I can make it, because I seriously am doubting myself at this point. So I don't know. I guess we'll do another nap if we have to. Where are you going? Stop number whatever 100. I don't even know. We needed gas. We're in Arkansas. The GPS took us, like there was a detour, so we're somewhere in Arkansas, and it sucks because I have no idea. I had a straight up panic attack on a bridge. It was awful, but I got more candy and we're about to get back on the road. I don't think I actually finished up the video that I was making as we were driving back from Louisiana the last time. I know that I got on and repeatedly was like, this is the roughest, this is the roughest. So just to let you know, after getting a kind of late start, which we had really hoped to get an earlier start, after getting a kind of late start and dealing with tire issues, which like, I don't know, and dealing with tire issues, and then getting through just like all of it, like going through the whole thing, taking a nap in the grass. I was really concerned. I was like in tears, and I was just like, I'm not gonna make it. I don't know what to do. But Amber was such a champ, and she was really like, yes, you can, you could do this if you have to nap every time. And I think I might have mentioned it, but like this past week has been a very hard week for me physically and like health wise, which I have ups and downs, and I haven't had a down like that week since I've had my hip surgery. So largely my health is greatly improved, but you know, and it's easy to like, it's weird because it's like easy to be like, I'm doing great, I'm amazing, you know, but then it just sneaks up on you. And this week was a very hard week. Plus, I think I mentioned, but it was my scientifically sanctioned bitch week, shark week, and I was having cramps and just like my stomach was a mess and I was exhausted. And I've been dealing with like that a lot too. So it was just rough timing, and Louisiana is so hot, and it was just all taken out of me. And that last final ride up, I didn't know. We got here well after 10, almost 11 o'clock on Saturday night. Sunday got up pretty early considering how late we were up. Started to move things around, and I was like, I cannot. So Amber and a kid did a lot of the unloading, and I kind of moved things a bit, unloaded like the rent-a-car, got like a grocery order placed, and got like a lot of that kind of stuff going, and house, like started doing dishes, started getting laundry going, just because like that was vacation, but it wasn't a vacation, and like Amber's going right back to work. So I got that all back to, you know, going. And then Sunday night, we took the budget truck back to Carbondale, Illinois. So it was pretty crazy. Like it's so wild. Like I feel weird just saying this, but like I live in southern, like I've born and raised southeast Louisiana, and like I've been to Texas or Mississippi, Florida, a couple of places, but the amount of states I traveled through the other day and then to the next day, like it was kind of weird. But anyway, so yeah, we brought the car back to Carbondale. We had dinner there, and then we drove back home. And this morning we got up super early. Before Amber went back to work, we dropped off the rent-a-car. So I am officially no longer concerned with that. Renting vehicles always stresses me out, but that's over. I'm sitting in my sewing room. I have a lot to do, and I really wanted to talk to you about projects and stuff. That's not this vlog, obviously. This vlog was the ride home. But I do have a lot going on. I have some machines to clean and work on, and I'm excited to be home for the foreseeable future. I mean, my heart is with my family, and I miss my friends and my neighbors and stuff, but I'm happy to be here with my wife full time after almost a year of living separately, and I'm happy to have kids and the animals here. And I'm really happy to be doing so well. I feel like the climate is like better for my body. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And I'm super excited too because the trees are already changing. And you're probably going to hear me say that 100 times because it's such a crazy new thing for me, but it's true. And yeah, so this is the wrapping up. We got home, we got it done. Everything's in the garage. So now we have to like slowly unpack from the garage and put things where it goes. And we have to figure out how we're cutting our grass. I'm doing it with a push mower, but that's not a good long-term solution to having a couple of acres.